everybody, Keren here from tuppence.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me, and this is what I'm going to be making today. I saw a card with this kind of mechanism made with a die from Karen Burniston, and I was kind of very interested, but I didn't want to go out and get the die. And then I saw Ankita from Ankita's Craft Corner make a card with this mechanism, so I followed her tutorial. It's usually got a kind of rectangular panel at this side, but I thought I would try it with a different kind of shape there, and I think it's worked pretty well. Now, I did go a bit mad on the stars there, but I hope you'll forgive me and stay with me and see how I made the card. My finished card is going to be 5 1/4 inches square, so I've cut a piece of lovely lipstick and I've cut it to 10 1/2 inches by 5 1/4, and I have scored it at 5 1/4, and that's going to be my card base. Put that on one side till I need it, and I've cut 2 other pieces of lovely lipstick. This one is 6 1/4 by 2 inches, and this one is 3 inches by 2 inches. And these are the bits that are going to actually make the magic happen. So I'm going to score at 3 1/2 inches. No, I'm not. I'm going to score at 1/2 an inch first of all. Then I'm going to score at 3 1/2 inches. And I'm going to turn this piece over because it makes the maths a little bit easier for me, because I want this to be folded halfway, and that's going to be at 1 3/8 of an inch. So there's my 1 inch mark. 1 2 3/8. And this piece is going to be scored at 1/2 an inch and 2 1/2 inches on the long side, and then on the short side I'm going to score it at 1/2 an inch, but I'm going to stop at that horizontal score. Then I'm going to score it at 1 inch and go all the way to the bottom, then at 1 1/2 inches, and again I'm going to stop there. Right, so bone folder and fold under. I'll try and keep this square, because the thing about paper and card is that it does stretch. So as you can see, that one was going a little bit off square, and then back again. So I've got a sort of a zigzag fold going on there, yeah. And this one I am going to bring out my snips, and I'm going to cut up that middle line before I go any further. And I'm going to cut away that corner and cut away that corner, and just realised that I put the scores in the wrong place. Never mind, I should have gone all the way to the end on that one and that one, and that's the one that I should have not gone all the way to the end with, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter at all. I'm just going to fold those pieces over. I'm going to trim these. So now it looks like legs with little feet on. And we're going to do some sticking. So what you're doing is trying to make these pieces stronger, because these are the bits that are going to make the action happen. So you want them to be nice and strong and sturdy. This is the other piece that's going to make the action happen, and I need to do some measuring and some cutting. So I have my ruler, pencil, craft knife and cutting surface, which protects my my filming cutting surface. Yes, I know it's a cutting mat, but I like to keep it nice and clean and unmarked. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch from the bottom of this piece, the piece that's split into two, and then I'm going to mark 1 inch, and I'm going to flip it over and mark 1/2 inch from the other edge. I could have marked 1.5 inches if I'd wanted to, but you know, I'm a rebel, so sue me. Is that centered? Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so I'm going to put my ruler with, I'm going to line up my ruler so that I'm 1/2 inch away from that center fold, and make a mark, and same thing on this one. Half an inch away and make a mark. And I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm going to cut a little slit on those marks. I'm just going to go back and make sure that it is a slit rather than just a cut line, because I am going to need to poke that other part of the mechanism through it in a minute. Right. Clear that away. So this is what I've got so far. I've got my piece with my two little legs and feet, and I've got my piece with the centerfold on this side and the two slots cut out, and I'm keeping the unfolded side to my right, and I'm going to bring these in from the left. So I'm going to begin by bringing this piece in, and I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive underneath there to hold it down. Wipe away the excess, and then folding the card, I'm going to put that other piece through, and again on the back, little piece of adhesive. Am I pointing the right way? Doesn't matter, as long as they're stuck down. So now this is the configuration that I have. Now I'm going to start putting my card together and decorating it. Alright, so I'm ready now to try and put this together. It's already gone wrong twice, so wish me luck. I've cut myself a square of Pretty Peacock DSP. I've cut it to 5 inches, and I have stuck it down onto my card base, because it's going to be difficult to decorate this afterwards. Here is my mechanical piece, my mechanism, and I'm going to put some liquid adhesive onto the back of the flap there, and I am going to stick that down level with the fold of the card. Alright, now this piece I'm going to put liquid adhesive on the two little legs, I have kind of folded that piece ahead of time so that the crease is there, and now I'm just going to close the card and just hold it for the adhesive to set, and then when I open up the card, that is what you get. I've covered the front of the card with another piece of the Pretty Peacock DSP in the gingham pattern. I've just cut a 5-inch square, and I've done some work on the inside as well. I've cut some more pieces of the Pretty Peacock DSP, but this is a different pattern from the same stack, and I've just cut a strip that is 1 3/4 of an inch wide, and then I cut a piece that was just under 3 inches, so that was 2 3/4, like 2 7/8 of an inch, and cut 2 pieces that were 1 1/4 inch, just to cover the action here, just to cover up those flaps. And I've also done a little bit of stamping. I've stamped this stamp, If You Dream It You Can Do It, from the Stargazing set onto a little piece of lovely lipstick with some Memento ink. And now I'm going to be really super brave and stamp directly onto the inside of this card. And if it goes wrong, we'll just cover it up with something. So I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black. I've got my sentiment, which says Never Stop Stargazing. And I'm just going to plonk that down around about there and press and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the ink to transfer. And it's not particularly straight, but never mind. it's good enough. All right, because we're gonna bling that up in a little while. So all that remains for me to do now is to do my decoration. So I'm going to pop this onto the front of it. So I've been busy with my die cutting machine, and I have cut lots and lots of stars out of gold foil. These are the Stitched Stars dies, which are these here, and I then cut out another lot of stars from the lovely lipstick DSP. So again, I used the gingham pattern, but a different colour. And now I'm going to bling up and decorate my card. So I'm going to turn the sound down, give us some music to listen to, speed things up, and yeah, we'll see what we end up with, shall we? And there it is, the finished card. It was a learning curve. All right, I did struggle with getting these bits the right way round, and I'd even made a prototype, and I got that wrong a few times as well. But we got there in the end, and I do hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. And if you give this kind of mechanism a go, let me know how you get on with it, because I really would be interested. But for now, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and come back and see me again sometime soon, won't you? Bye bye.